If a man has recently married, he must not be sent to war or have any other duty laid on him. For 1 year, he is to be free to stay at home and bring happiness to the wife he has married. Very interesting. Do not take a pair of millstones, not even the upper one, as security for a debt, because that would be taking a man's livelihood as security. If a man is caught kidnapping one of his brother Israelites and treats him as a slave or sells him, the kidnapper must die. You must purge the evil from among you. In cases of leprous disease, be very careful to do exactly as the priests, who are Levites, instruct you. You must follow carefully what I have commanded them. Remember what the Lord your God did to Miriam along the way after you came out of Egypt. Quick pause. Miriam is the sister of Aaron, and her and Aaron went against Moses because Moses married the woman later in life, and they didn't like her for whatever reason. And some people believe it was a sign of racism as well, because the woman was maybe of a different complexion, or looked differently, or was just different. And so Miriam was punished. She ended up having skin disease. And then Moses intervened. Moses went to the Lord for them so that they wouldn't have a lifelong punishment. And so, but Miriam was still punished for it. And so this is a reminder of that. Think before you speak. Think about your actions and give it to God. When you make a loan of any kind to your neighbor, do not go into his house to get what he is offering as a pledge. Stay outside and let the man to whom you are making the loan bring the pledge out to you. If the man is poor, do not go to sleep with his pledge in your possession. Return his cloak to him by sunset, so that he may sleep in it. Then he will thank you, and it will be regarded as a righteous act in the sight of the Lord your God. So basically, it's similar to like any type of person. They're basically that person that is giving for the loan. They're giving them the clothes off their back, and the person who is obtaining the loan is to, and that those clothes are to return it by nightfall so that person can sleep. It's an honorable thing, because we are to look at life as life isn't really fair. But when you walk the way, the blessings are plenty, are abundant, and go above and beyond. And so even though that person loaned and didn't get much in return, and then gave back what they were given for that loan, it was to show righteousness. It was to show that that person was following the way, and they would be blessed. It tells us a lot about even ourselves. Remember, we can use these words, we can use this information with our lives today. Do we do that as a person? Do you do that? Do that? Do I do that? Do I just loan or give? Do I give freely and willingly when asked? Do you give freely and willingly when asked? Sometimes you see that person on the street corner with a sign, "Please help." Do you think about it? Or do they become invisible? And I know there's many of shows and media shows and news stories about that, how sometimes people can become invisible due to complete ignoring. Some people think that others deserve to be in the position that they're in. Some people think that that person may have created it, or they're lying about their situation. Those are things to think about. And when those type of thoughts or feelings come into your mind, question those thoughts or feelings. Occasionally it may be right, but how you would know is by seeking the Lord and giving it to God and letting Him give you that spirit, letting Him give you that relief. Because let me tell you, when you do it, you'll know. So instead of driving past that person, you give it to God and you think, and the Lord speaks to you, or you get that feeling that you're at peace, that you magically have a few bucks in your car and you hand it to the person. Or you're at peace with driving by, unfortunately. That may be the case because maybe there is some ill will there that person is. There's stories about that where people request, whether they're on the corner or they set up some type of GoFundMe account, and they are fraudulent. They're not truthful. So it's more things to think about. How a lot of this relates to us today. How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?